Hey everyone, this is Akai, a red, goofy, and sometimes confused betta fish that recently took up occupancy on my table, free of charge. He's been working very hard lately, so today, he's getting an upgrade. I bought a 40-litre fish tank for 39 buckies on eBay. Because people don't ship these things, I travelled an hour and a half to pick it up. I underestimated how big a 40-litre tank would be, so I ended up carrying it from the seller's home back to the station, onto the train, onto a bus, and into my home. Oh my god, what have I done? Jesus Christ, the size difference! Oh wow, okay, let's get to work. It was a bit dirty, but it came with a filter which I decided I wasn't going to use simply because I felt safer using my sponge filter. Inside, the seller provided me a filter medium, gravel, goldfish food, a filter pad, and a rock. I use none of these, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Maybe in a future tank, some of these items will come in handy. Also there is a light on this thing. It's a bit dirty. Everything here needs a bit of a wipe, but all in all, seems to be in pretty decent condition. Quite enjoying it. Nice. After I wiped and cleaned the tank, I filled it up with water to check for any leaks. I ended up forgetting about it for 2 days, but on the plus side, it didn't implode or leak any water. You've always got to be careful with these things, especially when you buy them for literally a fraction of retail price. 2 days later, and it was time to take the water out. Some water had seeped into the outside frame of the tank when I was emptying the water, so I left it out in the sun to dry completely before I began setting it up. In this new tank, I picked up some big boy Rocky Balboas. I learned that you should start with the hardscaping first because redoing it once the substrate gets added is a bit of a pain. I decided I'd go for like a canyon look with 2 large boulders on either side and a gap in the middle for my Betta or his other catfish friends to swim through. I'm aiming for a planted tank, so I've got a few fun plants. I won't lie, I forgot the names almost as soon as the store owner told me what they were. I just paid attention to green equals easy, red equals hard, and my monkey brain said, cool. How much for easy? For our substrate, we're going for the luxurious Fluvostratum. Apparently it's got lots of nutrients and makes for a great substrate for plants. I'm sure someone will say this at some point, especially in the comments, but I'm not adding sand on top of the stratum. This won't be a multi-layered tank. One, because I've seen tanks do well with just the stratum alone, and 2, while sand is nice, especially for my cories, it'll look pretty horrendous after a week, when the cories dig through all the sand and suddenly it's mixed into the stratum. Now that the stratum and rocks were in position, I put some aquarium water to get it nice and moist before planting. I decided I'd plant first instead of filling up the tank simply because my noodle arms wouldn't need to get wet, and you know what, personally, I'd rather that. As some of you already know, I'm quite traumatized by snails, so before planting, I'm going to carefully wash the plants in aquarium water just to make sure no unwanted guests find their way into the tank, forcing me to begin another culling. A lot of people suggest you rinse your plants in aquarium water and some chemical like, I don't know, bleach. I didn't know you could use bleach for things other than drinking, so that was news to me. I didn't exactly do that for this because, you know, bleach and fish, not a really good mix. So yeah, no bleach.
Nice.
This plant had very little roots, so I actually thought I got scammed, but you'll see later that that wasn't the case. I wanted some nice big leaves, so I got one large and one smaller plant with big leaves, and yeah, you know what, this is hard to showcase when you don't actually know their names, so to make it quick, I got ones that look like skinny bamboo, and some Monte Carlos. Oh hey! I know this one! Yay! Well, I wanted some Monte Carlos so that they could eventually become a carpet at the bottom, because I know shrimp really like that and I kinda like that aesthetic. I really tried planting with metal prongs at a 45-degree angle like most aqua experts suggest, but I ended up using my hands. The plants didn't stick in too well until I really dug them into the substrate, and the only way I could know whether I had done it right was through the signal sent from the nerves of my fingertips back to my monkey brain telling me I had done a good job. After all was done, I used a colander while filling the tank to prevent the water from uprooting any of my plants and disturbing the substrate. The tank was super cloudy after the fill, though I expected that much since others said that they had similar experiences. I'm guessing it's due to the high amount of nutrients and properties in the stratum that probably caused this to happen, but don't quote me on that.
More moments later.
Okay, are you ready for the big reveal? It's a side-by-side comparison between the old tank and the new tank. So get ready, see your butts. This is a pretty cool side by side. 1, 2, 3. Booyah! Damn! Look at that. Look at the difference between these two. Lush and beautiful on the right, murky and something else on the left. And look at the lights. The lights are so different too. The lights really do make an impact on how beautiful a tank can be shown. Because I reckon if this one had more light like this one did, this would be equally as pretty. Maybe not as pretty, but the green, the black, and the rocks, they really contrast nicely on the one on the right. It's really beautiful. Now that the tank has settled, I put it in the back of my mind for about 4 days. I used the old sponge filter from the first tank and the new tank to get the cycle started and just hopefully get things moving a little bit faster than they would normally. I've been using CHM stability each day, and at this point in time I don't have a heater strong enough for a 40 litre tank, so I've been a bit hesitant to add fish. However, after the 4 days, I decided to move my various shrimp into the tank since these little guys are pretty hardy and apparently don't need a heater to survive. They'll be good since they also produce ammonia through their butt cheeks, giving the beneficial bacteria something to munch on, but not so much that the tank can't keep up. Once captured, through ethical and definitely not stressful methods, I had them acclimate in a small takeaway container that I'd send to my local Chinese restaurant if they started misbehaving. At first, some of them were a bit stubborn to leave the net, but slowly they ran out like little ants forming a trail. I mean, not that they could tell me or anything, but they seem pretty happy with their new home. Especially big boy Tigger, he's just casually roaming around like a big boss now. Well, until the other fish arrive, of course. I did a hyperlapse of them eating an algae wafer. I've never actually experienced this before, so I thought it'd be cool to share. It's just so fascinating to see them all crowd this one source of food. They've all grown very big since I first bought them, but honestly, I really love that. I want to collect different coloured shrimp now, so yeah. Pokemon really left an impression on me. I think I might need to see a therapist. A few more days go by and I finally get a heater. Let's go, baby! Woo! I put that bad boy to work and Akai was ready to move into his new home. Akai has a bit of a thing for fish nets where he kinda gets too comfortable inside, but after a bit he's out and about and wondering what planet I left him on this time. He's an adorable little menace that still stares into his own soul every chance he gets. I'm pretty sure he scares himself more than anyone else scares him. But yeah, that's Akai. He's always curious about everything and everyone and has grown some gorgeous fins. He's massive compared to when I first bought him. I'm really glad that I got him when I did because my favourite colour is actually red, so seeing as Akai is literally a red fighting fish, I guess it was meant to be. Alright, that concludes that video for today. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been supporting my channel over the years. We've recently been doing very well, so I again want to thank each and every one of you for taking some time out of your day to immerse yourself in one of my goofy videos. I really appreciate you make me very happy. I'm now on university break, so I'll be able to do lots of fun live streams and play games with you all. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what you see, and feel free to leave any comments in the comment section down below. I do my very best to reply to all of you guys when I can. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Cheers.